Happy Market Talk Tuesday. Well, we survived another month of Florida summer. It's so hot outside, I'm pretty sure my mailbox is now considered a pizza oven. But enough about the weather. Let's talk about the real estate market is doing because July has officially wrapped up and there's some interesting trends. Right now we have 328 active listings, median list price 485,000, median price per square foot 247. Average days on the market is 76. So yes, houses are taking a little bit longer to sell than they were a couple of years ago. And honestly, it's not a bad thing. Remember when houses sold before you could even finish walking through them? Buyers had to decide faster than picking something off the Chick-fil-A menu. Those days are mostly behind us. So what's selling now? The past week, 36 houses went pending, 41 houses sold. The median sold price, 498,000. Sold price per square foot, 247. And the average days it took to get to a contract was 56. Our average sold to list price, 97%. Now that number tells us something important, that sellers are still getting great prices, but buyers are negotiating again. We're not seeing those crazy, I'll pay $75,000 over asking, and I'm going to name my first child after the seller. None of those offers anymore. The market's become a little bit more normal. So looking at the entire month of July, we had 155 houses sold, median sold price 483, median sold price per square foot 238. Now compare that to last year, 180 houses sold, median sold price 467. So yeah, fewer houses sold this July, but prices increased, and that tells us that demand is there. It's just not moving at warp speed anymore. One of my favorite numbers to watch is the months of supply, and right now we're sitting at 2.1 months of inventory. People always ask me, what does 2.1 months of inventory actually mean? So let me show you something a little bit more fun than a spreadsheet. Think of this jar as every house that's currently for sale. If no new houses came on the market, starting today, and buyers kept purchasing houses at the same pace they'd be buying, this jar would be empty in 2.5 months. That's what months of inventory measures. It's simply asking, how long would it take to sell everything that's currently available? A balanced market is usually around 5 to 6 months of inventory. At 2.1 months, we still don't have enough houses to meet the buyer demand. Buyers have more choices than they did a year ago, but sellers are still holding a pretty good hand. Now, every Mahjong game has a joker, and in today's housing market, this is interest rates. Every time rates move up or down, buyers change their strategy. Some jump into the game, some pause, some decide to wait for another tile. But here's the thing, while everyone's watching the joker, inventory is quietly telling the real story. I've had buyers tell me, if rates drop, great. If they don't, life keeps happening. People get married, families grow, people still relocate, jobs still change. Life doesn't wait for the perfect interest rate. And remember, you can refinance a mortgage. You can't refinance the house you didn't buy. So here's the takeaway. Prices remain strong, inventory's growing, but still favoring the sellers. Buyers have a little bit more breathing room. And houses that are priced correctly are still selling. If you're thinking about buying or selling, this is a market where strategy means more than ever. It's no longer about throwing a sign in the yard and waiting for 27 offers. It's about pricing right, marketing well, and negotiating smart. And unlike Mahjong, in real estate, you don't have to worry about someone calling Mahjong right before you get to the house. If this jar were 6 months full instead of just 2, buyers would have a lot more leverage. Right now, it's got a little rattle, but it's definitely not overflowing. If you found this update helpful, hit that like button, subscribe, and share it with somebody who's wondering what's happening in the local market. I'm Chris Kapp with Luker & Co., and I'll see you next Tuesday with another Market Talk Tuesday. Until then, stay cool out there, or at least cooler than your mailbox. See ya.